Debits on the left, credits on the right. Debit left, credit right, debit left, credit right. For complete satisfaction.
Hello and welcome to the screencast for Section 6.4. This spreadsheet model really looks complex, doesn't it? It's about PST, GST, HST, but the essential goal of this exercise is to help you learn how to copy with absolute cell references in a spreadsheet. First, let's go down and use the autofill function that you saw in Chapter 5. You could type all the months, but there's a faster way. Move the mouse pointer to the bottom right-hand corner of the active cell. The hollow pointer becomes solid. The autofill function's ready to go. So solid, drag it down. You can see what's happening really with these little yellow tags. As soon as you release the mouse, fast typing. Now on to the math. The assumption is that we're going to start with $200,000 as our initial sales amount, and that too is a projection. So $200,000 is what we'll start with, and for the first 3 months we anticipate that it'll grow by 10%. So the formula in February, as you can see, is equal C13, the 200,000, which is located directly above the cell that you're building, times 1 plus 10%. But instead of 10%, you really should use the cell reference, which keeps the spreadsheet flexible. And there's the 10% increase, 220,000. Let's copy this down. We should probably get another 10% increase, which would be 22,000. So we could anticipate a result of 242,000 if we get a 10% increase, and we don't get that. 253. Something's gone wrong, and if you look quickly up there, you'll see the C4 changes to C5. We don't want that. C5 is 15%. So let's go back to the original formula for February. Click on that right there, and we'll make this absolute, so it absolutely does not change when we copy it. To do this, we need to add dollar signs. Now you could type them, but with the cell highlighted, there is a shortcut. On a Macintosh, you press Command-T. On Windows, F4 when the cell is highlighted and the dollar signs come on in, as you can see. Let's copy that formula down, and we get the correct answer. C4 did not change, which was our desire. Now taking that cell, let's just copy this down. This is not exactly what we want. It's fast. Now, we're only going to be able to copy down for 3 months at a time because we're dividing the year up into quarters for our projections. So we'll just change the factor every 3 months. So I decided to do this manually, and you can come up with your own method, but you can see now I have to change this to C6. And then for the last 3 months, there's a drop of 30%. That's all the way down to C7. So I'll just change that factor right there to C7. And once we've got that in there, we'll copy that down. And in no time at all, you're going to get the values that you desire. Now that the projections are done, your abilities to copy with absolute cell references is going to make the completion of this spreadsheet very, very quick. Okay, let's start with purchases. That's going to be the sales times 40%. That's our assumption. So C13 times D4, we'll make that absolute as we build it with Command-T or F4. Copy it down. Those are your proper answers. Check the references, and you'll see that all those sales projections are being multiplied by D4, which is 40%. Turning our attention to PST, PST is going to be charged at a rate of 7% on our purchases because we're the final consumer of those goods. So equals D13, the purchases, times our cell reference, Command-T or F4 on Windows, copy it down, another column is done. You're really moving. Turning our attention to GST payable, that will be the 5% federal GST on our sales that we collect from customers. So C13 times the 5%, make it absolute, 10,000. Copy it on down. Another column, done. How about GST recoverable? GST recoverable, that'll be the GST we pay on our purchases, so equals purchase cell, D13, times the amount of GST. Once again, that's 5%. Up at cell G4, absolute reference as we speak, 4,000. We'll copy that formula down. The recoverable is done. The remittance is simply the payable minus the recoverable. That's what you'll send in the government. No absolute references are needed here because we want both references to change in our calculation there, month by month by month. And you can check that out as you go down. Now, switching gears, we're going to go to the HST. For our comparables, HST is a different system than GST and PST, so that's going to be our sales. This is the payable and money we collect from our customers. So we're going to times the 12%. So this is H4, absolute. Absolutely, as we copy that down. And we have another column full. HST recoverable, we also get the 12% under this system on the purchases that we have to pay. So HST recoverable is the 80,000, 12 times the 12%. And as you learned in this chapter, the 12% will be charged, but we are going to recover that. So let's make that absolute. There, I forgot to do that, so we'll just go back after the fact. Command T, copy it down. And there's the HST recoverable. The remittance will work the same way as the GST, so let's just subtract the recoverable from the payable, or the payable minus the recoverable, if you will. There's the 14,400, and copy that straight down, and there you have an impressive array of numbers produced very, very quickly. To complete the spreadsheet, all you have to do is turn to page 212, follow the instructions, which include some functions going across row 25. You'll once again find the autofill handy in this regard. Complete the summary section at the bottom of the spreadsheet, add the formatting, and really in a very short time you're going to have a valuable decision-making tool that you could use in a real business application.
It's on the left, get it on the right, never left, get it right, never left, get it right. More complete satisfaction.